What's up guys, MegaMikey here. I'm bringing you guys somewhat of a tutorial on how I get the treasure card versions of actual spells that I use in PvP. And if you don't know what I mean by that, for example, my Fire Wizard uses treasure card Burning Rampage, and that doesn't exist. However, I use treasure card Burning Rampage in my videos. So I'm going to teach you guys how I do that, you know, for Loremaster, for Burning Rampage, etc. But I'm just going to show it on my balance, just because balance is a special school that involves turning regular cards into treasure cards, and I will tell you what I mean by that in a second. But I'm going to put up a few comments on the screen. A lot of you guys have asked me over a couple of months, and you have asked me how I turn my actual spells into treasure cards and use them in PvP. So I decided to make it into a video and teach you guys what I do. It's actually really simple. I guess you can say it just takes 3 easy steps. So first things first, if you have membership, I suggest going to Celestia. There are 2 places you can go. The first place I suggest you go is to Celestia and make your way over to the District of the Stars. This is actually where you can get TCs, TC enchants, and those TC enchants is what you use to enchant your spells and put them in your treasure card deck. And the TC enchants that I purchase are Gargantuans. However, Gargantuans are only for level 58 and above. So if you are not level 58, no worries, you can still enchant your cards and use them in PvP. However, you will not be able to purchase Gargantuans. You will not be able to use Gargantuans on your spells. You'll be able to use Monstrous, Giant, Strong, and Tough as enchants instead. So over here, we made it to the Archivist in the District of the Stars. I'm going to pull up the map real quick, so it's in this general area right here. And then you go up to the Archivist, and she has 5 types of enchants for you to train. There is Tough, which is adds 75 damage to one spell, so I'm just going to buy that real quick. Then there's Strong, plus 100 damage to one spell. Then there's Giant, add plus 125 damage to one spell. Then there's Monstrous, plus 175 damage to one spell. And that is the final enchant that you can buy if you are below level 58. However, if you are level 58, I highly recommend you purchase Gargantuan. Gargantuan, however, is also no trade, so you cannot trade it through a friend. You cannot trade it to a friend and have them use it as well. It is only level 58 and is only self-use. You can also buy any of these enchants in the bazaar. However, it is a lot more beneficial if you purchase it at a vendor like the Archivist or another vendor in Bastion named Moonblade, because in the bazaar they're not as rare. Not a lot of people sell them in the bazaar, and you can't really purchase it, especially because you can purchase it at a vendor. So I suggest going to a vendor. And I'm in Bastion. I came from the commons area of Bastion, and I made it over here to MoonDancer, and she sells a lot more than just enchants. She also sells bubbles, prisms, etc, like mass prisms, stuff like that. So you can, however, you can't buy Tough, you cannot buy Tough, Strong, or Giant from her. You can only buy Monstrous and the Gargantuans, which is right here. Same price. Colossal is an enchant as well. However, I'll check to see if I have that. Okay, yep, here. Colossal is really good as well. However, you can only get these through bosses or just mob drops, and they're extremely rare. You cannot purchase them anywhere as of right now that I know of. And on top of that, they're rare, and you can use them for crafting in specific recipes. I'm not sure the recipes yet. Maybe in the future. There might be one now. I think there might be some for Azteca. However, I do not recommend that. Gargantuan is just as powerful. It's just 50 damage less, so no biggie. So that's step 1 of the process to me making my treasure cards. Just purchase enchants from any of those 2 vendors that I recommended. I recommend those 2 especially. And once again, if you don't have membership, Bazaar works as well. However, you won't find them as easily as you would vendors. So here comes the part where I would enchant them. Alright guys, now that step 1 is finished, I suggest heading over to a place like Golem Court or Lady Blackhope Tower, or even defeat some lost souls in Unicorn Way, and just go into a combat. You don't need to defeat them, or even defeat them as soon as possible, I should say. You should just go into battle with your deck of cards that you would like to enchant, along with your treasure cards in your side deck. So here we go. Carry some wand hits if possible. You can also disable your one hit. So in this case, I'm just gonna keep in 4 just to show you guys what I use them for. So nonetheless, here we go. We're gonna go into a combat with the wooden construct of Golem Court. So what you want to do at this point, I have 3 wand hits and 4 regular hits. So what you want to do, you want to discard one of the wand hits so you can draw a TC. And the TC that I drew, which is the only one that I have in my side deck, is Gargantuan. So you apply the Gargantuan to your Gaze of Fate, your King Artorias, your Loremaster, whatever you want to enchant, etc. And then that is all. And then you can then discard it, and then just pass. Wait for the next round if you have more TCs to enchant. Just go ahead and pass. And just keep doing this repeatedly until all of the actual cards that you would like to enchant are successfully enchanted, which in this case I have 2 more. So I'm just gonna draw 2 more, gonna apply it to the Gaze, or it's Loremaster and the Gaze of Fate. So the Loremaster is currently now a treasure card, and I can use it on the wooden construct, but instead you can save that treasure card, since that is the main purpose of you even being in the battle to enchant the treasure cards. You can save that and use the one hit on the mob to defeat it, which is why I suggest going to an easy mob fight like Lost Soul or Lady Black Hope or even Golem Court, because once you are done enchanting, it is an easy one hit, or you can just quit and, you know, just log back onto your wizard. But in this case, we have successfully made our treasure cards. They are now in treasure card form. We can remove them from our deck. And if you go to your spell book, you will see that the King Artorias TC is there, the Gaze of Fate TC is there, and the Loremaster TC is there. So there you guys have it. That is basically it. Step 1 was to purchase the enchants from any vendor or anyone that sells enchants. And step 2 was to apply the actual cards that you would like to enchant into your deck, along with the enchants that you purchase into your side deck. And step 3 was to go into a combat and apply those enchants onto your actual spells and successfully turn them into a treasure card. And like I said, this works for any school. You just purchase your enchants, put them in your side deck, apply them to your cards, and then you have them in TC form. And you just keep repeatedly doing that until all of your cards in your deck have been enchanted, and then you can then log out or kill the mobs with the wand hits that you saved up, that I recommended that you keep in your deck. And then that is all. So now here comes the part where the balance wizard becomes special when enchanting certain cards. Alright guys, as a balanced wizard, you get 2 utility spells that are very important in PvP, Supernova and Mana Burn. So in this case, when it comes to Mana Burn, you cannot enchant it with Gargantuan because it is a utility spell, and it would be really overpowered if you could apply Gargantuan to it. You can also not apply Unstoppable to it as, you know, accuracy and pierce. That would be especially broken. I guess that's one reason why they didn't add it. The only enchant you can add to a Mana Burn is an Elucidate or a Simplify, and that will reduce the pip cost from 5 pips to 2 pips if you used an Elucidate, or 1 pip if you used a Simplify. Alright guys, so that is it in terms of how I get my actual spells into treasure card form. I hope this video educated you guys in any way, and I hope it helped all of you guys who were curious as to how I got actual cards that are in treasure card form into treasure card form, and that I used them into my PvP. And if you found anything I said confusing, or if you have any other questions or any other treasure cards that you are curious about, comment down below in the comment section and I will gladly answer them for you. I will help you get the answer that you are looking for. And you can also tweet your questions at me. My Twitter will be down below in the description as well if you are curious as to anything else that wasn't explained in the video. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed or found this helpful. Share with anyone who might need some help with this tutorial or might find this tutorial helpful. And thank you guys for watching. This has been MegaMikey, and I will see you guys in the next video.